respond to those people that are protesting, what would be your response?
My formal pastoral response or my personal response?
But
yeah, I love we're recording this. So, the pastoral response is, the reality is, I get people have different understandings of Scripture, particularly in the South. A lot of people I've experienced, I serve on a variety of diversity panels for the community, like for the Dallas Police Department, Dallas Fire Department, where we engage people in conversations actually similar to this. Sometimes they're a little more caustic, but no, y'all are great. They're caustic, but they will say, well, Leviticus 18:22 says, "You shall not lie with a man as with a woman, for it's an abomination." It's like, okay, time out, and so I try in all of those moments to use them as teaching moments to say, okay, well, let's talk about this. What have you been told about it? And then let's talk about what I've been told about it, and let's see if there's some middle ground. The reality is, my experience has been most people who root their heterosexism, their homophobia in Scripture, you're not going to change their minds. It's probably not going to happen. However, the goal for me and for any of us is always to have a civil conversation. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change yours, but can we at least be in community together? Can we, try to find ways to, get along, basically? So that's my more pastoral, professional response. My personal response, I'll be honest with you, is, and I will use this from time to time, is I've never had anyone who has trouble with me as a gay man who's perfectly comfortable in their own sexual orientation. I find it very interesting, some of the people that seem the most vitriolic and the most angry, I kind of think, okay, so, what's going on here? One of my questions will be, and I've actually did this once at the police academy because I had this woman just almost verbally just attacking me, and I just looked at her and I said, so what's this about for you? And that's a pretty disarming way to say, yeah, I'm on to you. Something's going on, and I don't know what it is, and I'm not sure you know what it is, but so, the reality is, my dad can joke around with me, my brother can joke around with me, my sister-in-law, all that, because they're perfectly comfortable in their sexual orientation, and I'm perfectly comfortable in mine. And so, oftentimes when people get that angry, I kind of think to myself, okay, what's a deeper issue happening here? Because I think that's actually where a lot of the bullying, particularly in the gay community, comes from. And I'm sure it's a term you're familiar with, is the internalized homophobia. Yes. And so they start living it out against people in the community. And the church, I think, experiences it at a higher level because so many in our congregation have been kicked out of churches, been told they're not appreciated or loved for who they are, that they're going to hell, they've been denied communion, there's all those kinds of things. So they take all of that stuff from previous churches, they bring it with them, and they're met with this message of, you're loved, God created you, let's celebrate who we are as a people, and let's welcome people and celebrate our diversity. But they still have that record playing in the background, and so I think oftentimes what happens is people project some of that past anger and grief onto their current clergy or current church leaders when we're saying, we love you, but they're remembering the pastor who told them, you're not welcomed here.